conversation that we're having here tonight, if you think any of this wonkiness is going to deal with this dark psychic force of the collectivized hatred that this president is bringing up in this country, then I'm afraid that the Democrats are going to see some very dark days. We need to say it like it is. It's bigger than Flint. It's all over this country. It's particularly people of color. It's particularly people who do not have the money to fight back. And if the Democrats don't start saying it, then why would those people feel that they're there for us? And if those people don't feel it, they won't vote for us. And Donald Trump will win. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and this isn't a joke. I hate to interrupt this, but my opinion is YouTube is censoring the Democratic debate. This is the only channel I could find the debate on. Stephen Colbert's channel was the only channel I could find the debate on. That doesn't make any sense, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here.
Offend our sensibilities to hear him say, "Send her back," about.
While it's playing live in the background, so at least I found it. But the only channel that's playing it is Stephen Colbert. What the hell? No joke. And I mean live. So here we go. Watch.
Tradition of faith. It is also changing this country. Hate crimes are on the rise.
Live.
Every single one of the last
Democratic debate live. Okay. So ABC. I've got one choice. ABC. One choice? Really? One choice?
Stand up against Donald Trump and defeat him in this next election, but we must also ensure
none of these are. Oh, here's another one. Okay, finally, there's MSNBC live stream. Let's see if it's the same. It keeps changing, so okay, good. So there's a confirmation that two channels are showing the same thing. Let me do that again, though.
Congressman O'Rourke, thank you very much. Governor Hickenlooper, why are you the best nominee to heal the racial divide in America?
I mean, see, when I just search it, I get that one.
This entire country's history is working towards a more perfect union, that all people are created equal, and we've fallen far away from that. I think the job is incumbent on any one of us to make the convincing case that we can deliver an urban agenda.
Stephen Colbert, watching live.
Colorado, when I was mayor, we got to universal pre-K for every kid in the urban city. We did major police reform 10 years before Ferguson. Why is it now that 5 years after Ferguson?
That's it, though. Again.
How do we get affordable housing?
There's
we
no
a scholarship fund for every kid. You got to deliver a vision like that for the whole country. Thank you, Governor. Senator Warren, coming to you now. Last week, the FBI director
we've got to acknowledge what's happened on race. So my plan has universal tuition-free college for all of our kids,
but they're not.
Increases the Pell Grants and levels the playing field.
They're all
white supremacist book on social media. How are you going to combat the rise of white supremacy?
We need to call
They're
out
not
white supremacy
the same.
Domestic terrorism. And opposes the bill by putting $50 billion into this.
They should be a lot. They should be. There's a lag time or something.
Environmental racism, economic
I mean, this isn't a joke. There should be. Let's go back to ABC
racism. The way we do
or whatever.
better
Let's see.
is to fight back and show something better. So I have a plan, for example, on education.
And what the hell? This is the ABC Democratic debate pre and post. It's not pre and post. This is live right now, and I can't find it anywhere. And that's what I'm titling this video. YouTube censors the live Democratic debate. It's not okay that it's not live, because then the wizard behind the curtain has the ability to censor some videos and not others. What's important about it being live on an official channel, I mean, yeah, Stephen Colbert's a famous comedian, but I'd expect this to be MSNBC live. Stephen Colbert? Why isn't this on an verified MSNBC news channel? That's what I'm wondering. Last hour. Now here's, this is not MSNBC, Extreme V,
but in our city, we have come together
what is this?
to tackle challenges like the fact
that far too many people were not getting the help they needed in their housing, and so we directed it to a historically underinvested African American neighborhood. Right now, in the wake of a police-involved shooting, our community is moving from hurting to healing by making sure that the community can participate in things like revising the use of force calls. But in our city, we have come together repeatedly to tackle challenges like the fact that far too many people were not getting the help they needed in their housing, and so we directed it to a historically underinvested African American neighborhood. Right now, in the wake of a police-involved shooting, our community is moving from hurting to healing.
Right, we just heard that. That's what's weird about it. There's a bit of a...
I proposed a Douglas plan to tackle this issue nationally because mayors have hit the limits of what you see, and making sure there are community voices on the Board of Safety that handles police. You can do unless there is national action. System.
Appeal to them, but I don't think anyone can justify what this president is doing.
And this is what's bothering me, that they're not the same,
and saw their president
you
calling
know,
their city, the town of Baltimore, nothing more than a home for rats. And I can tell you, as your president, that will stop.
because I don't trust YouTube anymore. This is just too much.
Means economic opportunity for everyone in this
Too much
country.
censorship.
Because
Special
I have
interest
lived
did
it.
exactly
And that
the
means
same
when
thing.
we-
They lied, they spent huge sums of money. They talked about how America will lose its freedom.
Alright, it says
Some
ABC.
of you have heard that, yeah? Well, they tried to do that over 50 years ago. They failed. And my friends, they are going to fail again. Well, let me just say a word about the kind of money. I want you to understand the kind of money that we are talking
Sick of the
about.
corruption too on
Over the
YouTube.
last 20 years, the insurance industry and pharmaceutical companies have spent more than $330 million in campaign contributions and over $4 billion in lobbying to get Congress to do
CNN
its
is
bidding.
hosting
And
it.
do
So
you want to
where's
know
the
why
CNN
United
page?
States is the only major country on earth not to guarantee health care to all? That's why. Do you want to know why that today you could walk into your pharmacy and find that the price of the medicine you've been using for 10 years has doubled or tripled because there is no law protecting consumers from outrageous rate increases on the part of the drug companies? That is why. The pharmaceutical industry, in addition to spending huge sums of money on campaign contributions
And this is what I don't trust. I'm sick of it. It's different on every channel. And these are supposed to be live.
Of both political campaign contributions. So it's not just campaign contributions. It is also an incredible amount of money going into lobbyists. Just give you another example of what goes on here in Washington, D.C.
Now that's the same
I found it quite interesting
channel.
that Billy Tulsi,
So that's good that it's at least
Congressman
sort of
who wrote
close,
the
but it's
bill
not exact.
in Washington, D.C. I found it quite interesting from negotiating for lower drug prices that Billy Tulsi, who was the Republican congressman who wrote the bill, went on, just coincidentally note from negotiating for lower drug prices. The relevant committee
That's the same channel playing two different speeds.
He was the chairman of the relevant committee who wrote the industry. To just coincidentally, Medicare, he went on to become the president with the pharmaceutical industry. Just coincidentally, he went on to become the president and CEO of Pharma and received over $11 million in compensation in 2010. instead of providing massive profits, instead of providing massive profits, and the insurance companies, drug companies, and Wall Street, and the insurance, we must provide a healthcare system, and Wall Street provides, we must provide a healthcare system, man, woman, and child in this country in a cost-effective
fire is not a good
way.
strategy for putting out fires.
The main point that I want to make today is
Because this is supposed to be live, and this is not live. I'm trying to find it live. It's ridiculous that it's not live. The only thing they give me is the joke. Stephen Colbert making a joke that, yes, YouTube censors. What the hell?
They're America's biopharmaceutical researchers.
I mean, really? Like, the only reliable news channel is somebody who's spent his lifetime having commentary about with sarcasm. In other words, I respect Stephen Colbert. He's a very good sarcastic comedian, and I guess that was his old character. Now his new character supposedly is different, and I guess he cares about politics, but it's crazy that YouTube doesn't. Considering I can't find one accountable, reliable channel that has a live. Okay, here we go. Live, MSNBC Live, ABC News Live, whatever this is, MSNBC Live. Agenda Free TV, and I like Agenda Free TV, but they're just having a chat room.
Seem to be saying that that's
not what I want.
He thinks it's not the case that big ideas.
I want to listen to the freaking debate that's going on right now. Why can't I find the debate?
To know more about her. They wanted to know more about her positions, where she's from, her background, and what she would do. The problem is, at the same time that was happening, right at the...
We're here and here. Whether you're managing money, purchasing a new home, or saving for that special moment, we are here.
I guess maybe it's an advertisement. Stephen Colbert is the top news coverage of the Democratic debate. Interesting. Let's go to MSNBC. They hosted the last debate. It's supposed to be live. Oh, we got at least the. I guess it's live considering the commercials. Not that the mainstream media is live. And I wish my freaking camera didn't auto out of focus. Kind of ridiculous. Stop auto out of focusing. I'm holding the thing still. Where'd the sound go? There's no sound. No sound? Really? No sound? Are you serious?
To the economy. Congressman Ryan, President Trump's tariffs have boosted the U.S. steel industry, but hurt auto manufacturers like those here in Michigan, which could drive up the cost of cars. As president, would you continue President Trump's steel tariffs?
Look, I think President Trump was onto something when he talked about China. China has been abusing the economic system for a long time. They steal intellectual property. They subsidize goods coming into this country. They displaced steel workers, auto workers across the board, eroded our manufacturing, and we basically transferred our wealth of our middle class either up to the top 1%.
Kind of sick of the debates getting invaded by Republicans, to be honest. And I'm still wondering why these channels aren't showing the same debate. I mean, look at that.
They found
different.
To China for them to build their military. So I think we need some targeted response against China. But you know how you beat China? You outcompete them. And that's why I put a chief manufacturing officer in place to make...
Guy's a moron. All right, we're back to the CNN. I really am frustrated that I can't find one channel that will play the live coverage all the way through on YouTube. That's why I'm titling this video YouTube Censored, the Democratic Debate. And of course they'll probably censor me because they'll say, no, that's not fake news. If the person who's doing the fake news gets to dictate whether or not it's fake news, then there's a problem with the person dictating whether or not it's fake news, more than likely, because I can't even speak clearly.
We're counting on you.
The point is, if they don't allow my video up on YouTube, because I'm gonna title it, I got a YouTube Censored, the Democratic Debates. Of course, there's so much censorship, I can't even get a focus with my camera. I'm a little concerned that my camera is hacked or something. I can never have a good video because it's just always out of focus. What I'm trying to say and do and show, God, it's so freaking bright. There we go. Search history. The thing is battling. Like, seriously, Samsung, you don't need to make a camera that had auto out of focus, that constantly goes in and out of brightness. I want to have returned to doing it myself. I don't want you to control everything. Same thing with YouTube. I don't need YouTube censoring the Democratic debate. That's not okay. And of course, when I search for it, I would wonder if anybody else is posting a video of how YouTube is censoring the Democratic debate, whether or not their videos are going to get visible here. And my point was, if I title it this, please look for it. And if you don't see it, well, yeah. The point is, censorship is real. It's not okay. If you don't see it. If you do see it, great. I hope you can comment. And if you posted your own video, obviously they're saying nobody has posted as of almost 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nobody has posted a video titled YouTube Censor. I wonder if that makes a big difference. YouTube censors Democratic debate. Well, it did. I would imagine. No, it didn't. Anyway, so I'm going back to try to prove my own title wrong. Democratic debate live. Let's see what we can see. Only ABC. Well, let's give it a look.
Say that public
Bernie. And I want to hear Bernie, but this is not live. This is the trail mix. Maybe they're on break. I don't know. I mean, it's 10, almost 10. And then we got the CNN. Let's see what's going on here. Apparently watch live.
Major, what can you tell us?
Same commercial as before. That's not live. Same freaking commercial over and over again.
He was experimenting with highly classified material that could threaten our entire solar system. I'm ready.
And then they got highlights, but this is not live.
What's your response on the Flint water crisis?
My response on the Flint water crisis is that Flint is just the tip of the iceberg. I was recently in Denmark, South Carolina.
Watch live. CNN's Democratic. Okay, is this live?
Anybody here thinks that corporate America gives one damn about the average American worker, you're mistaken. If they can save 5 cents by Mexico or Vietnam or
On the war, including a trade war without allies and
But this is the thing. They're all different. I just want to know which one's live. I can't even like this one. How do I know this is live?
So I think, again, I think Congressman Delaney has got a point here, and there is.
This is insane.
friends and partners. As president, we will hold China accountable.
Bottom line is, you you talk to any economist, there is not a single example in history where
4 million jobs.
trade wars are for losers. And the bottom line is we got to recognize, let's negotiate a better trade deal, but you're not going to win against China in a trade war when they've got.
But also help lead the effort against these agreements. Now, Elizabeth is absolutely right. These guys line up at the federal trust. They want military contracts. They want all kinds of contracts. Well, under my administration, you ain't going to get those contracts if you throw American workers out on the street.
Thank you very much. Governor, we can look at your response. So I think Congressman Delaney has got a point here, and there is a way of looking at trade that is therapeutic.
If that's the guy that has the point, is that why that guy's face is on the debate? I mean, what the hell is this rigged bullshit?
And the bottom line is we got to recognize, let's negotiate a better trade deal, but you're not going to win against China in a trade war when they've got 25% of our total debt. And step back and look at, here's Trump gives a giant tax cut, and at the same time, so we're paying in tariffs about $800 to $1,200 per household, and then we give this incredible tax cut to the rich.
Where are all the other channels live streaming this? I can't watch this live anywhere.
That's what's outrageous.
Except for channels I'm not used to. What is this?
Thank you, Senator Warren.
Anyone who
Uphill
thinks
Media?
that these trade deals are mostly about tariffs just don't understand what's going on. Look at the new NAFTA 2.0. What's the central feature? It's to help pharmaceutical companies get longer periods of exclusivity so they can charge Canadians, Americans, and Mexicans more money and make more profits.
I guess this
That's
is
what
it.
trade deals have become.
I might even go back to Stephen Colbert.
Giant multinationals to change the regulatory environment so they can suck more profits out for themselves and to leave the American people behind. We have to have the courage to fight back against that.
Senator, thank you. Governor Bullock, your response?
You know, Farmer and Rippey said to me, every time the Trump tweets, we lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. If Montana had to eat all the wheat that we produce, every Montanan would have to eat 40 loaves of bread a day. But by the same token, what we have is, I actually agree with Senator Warren on this part. Corporations
of the ground rules that your campaigns agreed to earlier this month to ensure a fair debate. As moderators, we will attempt to guide the discussion.
So going forward,
each receive 1 minute
I don't
to answer
know.
questions,
Apparently
30
all of these are
seconds for
live, but
responses
none
and
of them
rebuttals,
seem
and
live.
15 additional seconds if a moderator asks for a clarification. The timing lights will remind you of these limits. Please respect that, and please refrain from interrupting your fellow candidates.
I guess this is the beginning. Maybe it's over. Okay, I guess it's over.
Raising taxes on middle-class Americans.
But I tried to watch it live.
to make sure that our trade deals actually are protecting, thinking about the workers. They can't be the stepchild, but the way to do it with this blunt instrument of tariffs that the president's doing, that's not how we get a fair deal for.
We were still picking up the pieces. Empty factories, empty houses, poverty. I know
see who
exactly
has the
what
last
happens
word, I
when
guess.
these closures take place, and there will be more. It's why we actually need to put the interests of workers first. Of course,
Everything is
and now in
freaking
South Bend,
rigged.
we should
It's
continue to do it.
disgusting.
This is so much bigger than a trade fight.
No,
This
it's
is
not.
about-
It's all about both the DNC and the Republicans playing the good cop, bad cop, and the bottom line is their narrative, or even worse, everything everybody hates narrative.
Moment when the economy is changing before our eyes. There are people in the gig economy who go through more jobs in a week than my parents went through in their lifetime. It's why I've proposed that we allow gig workers to unionize, because a gig is a job and a worker is a worker.
Thank you, Mayor.
We have to respond to all of these changes, and in addition to confronting tech, in addition to supporting workers by doubling unionization as I propose to do, some of this is low tech too, like the minimum wage is just too low. And so-called conservative Christian senators right now in the Senate are blocking a bill to raise the minimum wage when Scripture says that whoever oppresses the poor taunts their maker.
Mayor, thank you very much. Congressman Delaney, I'm coming to you
I think
now.
that was his
Your estimated
interpretation.
net worth is more than $65 million.
That would make you subject to Senator Warren's proposed wealth tax on the assets of the richest 75,000 homes, households, or so in the United States. Do you think Senator Warren's wealth tax is a fair way to fund childcare and education?
I think wealthy Americans have to pay more. Listen, I grew up in a blue-collar family. First in my family to go to college, became a successful entrepreneur, created thousands of jobs, supported thousands of entrepreneurs all around this country. And I've done well financially. I think I should pay more in tax. I think wealthy Americans should pay more in tax. But we have to have a real
It's not
solution.
live anymore,
The real
obviously.
solution is to raise the capital gains rates.
So
There is
y'all
no reason why people who invest
can go watch it live. You can go watch the recording. But I was posting this video because I do feel... Actually, I showed you how I couldn't even find it live when I searched. So I showed you that I searched and searched for well, I searched here 55 minutes. Here's where you can see where I searched. Okay, so where did I start searching for this? DNC bias, DNC bias, DNC bias, DNC bias versus Andrew Yang, Democratic debate live 55 minutes ago. Let me refresh the page and see if that's going to change anything. According to the YouTube, can you see that? 56 minutes ago, I searched the first time for Democratic debate live. It's now 10:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I went on to look for it at David Pakman, couldn't find it. Went on to look for it at David Pakman, couldn't find it. I was searching just like this in between. Those are just the searches. I was searching through here and all up in the subscriptions and on the home and everywhere, and I showed you some of the searches. And I was able to find Stephen Colbert.
This is Gavin Newsom, Democratic governor of the state of California. Thanks for doing this.
Good to be with you, Ari.
What does this new law do?
It simply provides a responsibility for anybody who wants to place their name on the primary presidential ballot to release 5 years of tax returns. Also requires the governor of the state of California to do the same. And I think it's appropriate, not just under the circumstances, but because norms have been challenged. Since 1973, every elected president has provided for their tax returns. We're now in a position where we feel California needs to lead in the absence of federal government requiring the same of the current president and potentially future presidents.
You mentioned the current president, you say norms have been challenged, so this is targeting Donald Trump?
No, I mean, no more than it's targeting me. If I choose to run for re-election, I would be required to do the same. It's politically neutral. It's party neutral. Every presidential candidate, everybody that we see up there on the presidential debate stage will be required to do the same.
Then why not wait until this controversy is over? You could set this up for after 2020. I mean, it does appear to be in timing and in its inflection going after the thing he hasn't released. I take your point that, as lawyers would say, it's facially neutral, it's technically neutral, but I think a lot of people watching, and some people might even share this, depending on the politics, but people watching would say it doesn't look like it's going after Trump.
Well, bottom line, we believe in transparency. You can question the timing. I should note there was an effort a couple of years ago in California to do the same. The fact is we need to lead on the issue of conflicts. We need to lead on making sure the American people know if individuals in positions like mine or the President of the United States himself is self-dealing. Conflicts of interest are real. We have a president that shouldn't be concerned about this because he made a commitment to the people of this country. He promised on the campaign trail he would release his tax returns. So this may be much to do about nothing, but I think it's the right thing to do.
And in terms of how the state law works, this is for the primaries. It's not, as I understand, for the general election. Is that right?
That's correct. And again, this was supported, or not again, but should be pointed out, it was supported by every Democrat in the California legislature. There's been a total, I think, of 18 states that have attempted to do this. Some are still in the process in motion. This is not unique to California, but this is the first that landed on any governor's desk. I asked that it be amended to include me or any future governor, because I think the issue of transparency should not be exclusive to the President of the United States. It should also be held to the account of people like myself who run the fifth largest government in the world.
Interesting. So I was also watching Agenda Free TV, and I liked it, and it was on my liked playlist, but I'm noticing now it's not. And that's another weird thing. I mean, it's like one weird thing after the next on YouTube. I wish there was an alternative to YouTube. And somebody might say, oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. Nope. Nothing is big. But the fact that they keep censoring is going to force one of these small ones to become a real competitor. Yeah, what happened to Agenda Free TV? And they all say live now. See, I liked it, and it didn't show up in my liked playlist. Nor are they even talking about the debate. And this is weird. That's what I mean. It's like, it says live.
CNN will not ask the candidates show of hands questions.
That's the pre-show and post-show. I guess he's going to do a post-show. I don't know. But I liked it, and it didn't show up on my liked playlist. That's another... But I can't even comment on that. I mean, I can't... I guess I could do this. So yeah, I think Stephen Colbert had probably the best coverage of any YouTube channel. Stephen Colbert had the best coverage of the debate.
He had good insurance. He's here with me.
Is possibly really good health care. And the Democratic message is going to be, we're going to go
garbage.
Allowing anyone to buy in. You know, we pay more for prescription drugs
systems. It's about building.
Yeah, there's too many